What do badges, beer, barbecue, hot days, hot bats, Star Wars, and softball all have in common? Well, the Texas Showdown, of course. New York, California, New York, players from all over the place.
And now we have a representation from Las Vegas. This is Ron Peeler. And
Battleborn softball.
Mid-Atlantic, #1. Yes, sir. Come see us.
Go.
We're back for the 2017 installment of the Texas Showdown, this year designated as a PS.com Southern Regional Championship. As in previous years, the team mixer took place at the beautiful Hilton Garden Inn at the Rim to kick off the festivities. Expecting teams to arrive from all over the nation at 6 p.m., SA Law and their support staff arrived at 3 p.m. to start the setup. As teams started to arrive, pizza, wings, adult beverages, and drinks awaited them. Vendors were set up along with raffle items and tournament shirts on display. We were lucky enough to have Alana and Ryan back to help us document this year's Texas Showdown. And even though they brought Angie to help, boy did they have their hands full at the team mixer.
So I found my very first victim. I'm just kidding. The first player we're going to talk to today. Actually, introduce yourself and let us know what team you play on and actually coach.
John Gilliam, I play for the Suffolk County Lawmen, so from New York.
I can tell. Say New York again.
New York.
One more time.
New York.
Yes! Sounds like it. Okay, so I'm going to ask you some pretty general questions. Your first impression in San Antonio. Is this your first time in Texas?
It's my first time in San Antonio, not in Texas.
First impression.
It's hot. It's a little hot, yeah. No, it's beautiful so far. We've had a good time. We've done a little exploring down by the Riverwalk, so we've had a good time.
I'm Ruben Reese. I'm a player and manager of SenCal Connection.
Ooh, you came from a long ways away.
Yeah, California.
First things first, what's your name and what team do you play for?
Terry Dugan. I'm the sponsor and coach of Mid-Atlantic Lawmen.
All right, and you, sir?
Ralph Hamlin, and I'm coach and player of Mid-Atlantic Lawmen.
No, but I hear you have a lot of years behind you. How many exactly?
This is my 44th year in law enforcement softball. So.
Holy moly. My gosh, you've seen many softball games, haven't you?
A few.
Yeah? Is this your first time in San Antonio?
Yep, it is.
And you as well?
It won't be our last.
You two behave. And now we have a representation from Las Vegas. This is Ron Peeler, and let us know what team you play with.
Battleborn softball.
Okay, and I hear through the grapevine that you guys are really, really good. In fact, you're rated 3.
We're 3 in the nation, 2 in the West. We'll live with it. 2, 3, 25, it don't matter.
Wow, man, so what an honor to have such a high-ranking team here in San Antonio competing for the South Regional Championship. So we're happy, of course, to be hosting this in San Antonio, but what really kind of pushed you guys over the fence to come on down and compete with us?
Last year at the World Series, talking to Trini, gave him a commitment that we were coming. We came.
That's it.
That was it. That's all it took.
Is your team more of like the laid-back kind of guys, or are they the kind that like dominates the trash talk?
We laid back and we just let our fielding and our playing do the talking for us.
Ah, very nice. Okay.
You know, we don't really do too much trash talking. If we do, it's more internal with our own guys. We do like to have fun, but all my team is pretty much 100% committed to winning, so we come just to play. It doesn't matter who's on the other side, we just bring it.
Okay. Questions here. And everybody I've asked this, they're like, no, we don't do that. But come this weekend, I see you all doing it. Trash talking.
I mean, we are the biggest trash talking team on the circuit to each other. I have been killing him for the last 2 hours. I mean, what kind of shirt?
I'm usually the one they go to. You know, it's Pink Floyd.
Are you a butcher?
You know what? No,
You know, sliced in half. Doesn't know Pink Floyd. He's a cop. Wears a pink shirt. You guys figure it out.
And it's a medium.
Yeah. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people here. I have friends in this room, I will tell you, for 20 plus years, you know, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
So you would say the reason why you were #1 is because of the guys?
Of course, all the time. You got to have a good group of guys that believe in each other, that want to play for each other, and that's how it works. You know,
it's a combination. You got to play together.
Group of guys.
You got to play. You got to play together. You got to like each other. You got to like your coaches.
Yeah, that's the truth. I don't know who wouldn't like you two though. Y'all are very likable.
You'd be surprised. In 35 years, I've been many times I ain't like them.
No secrets here. No secrets.
We even had a prideful Canadian make the trip to join the tournament.
Wait a minute, you're on my team?
I'm on your team.
You're in SA Law?
Yeah.
What? So you like really wanted to be down here? Like why?
I've never been to Texas. So I'm not a fan of the heat. I'm up from Canada.
Yeah.
So we're used to snow and a lot of rain, but this is this is amazing.
Man, snow and rain, that is my way. Obviously I don't live there, so I'm like, yeah, bring it on. We never get snow here ever, so you don't have to worry about that. So side note really quick, say something that's like really Canadian.
A?
Yeah. You always end with A? Is that a thing?
EH.
That's
So yeah, a lot of like maple syrup and
you say boot?
And beer. Boot. Or we say Zed, that's Z.
Okay. Canadians are strange, but we'll embrace them here in San Antonio, right? When you do go back to your country, the country of Justin Bieber. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I had to.
Bryan Adams.
Oh, I'll take Bryan Adams.
Adams.
I'll take Bryan Adams. What's the one thing that you're gonna like? If somebody asks you, hey, how is 1 Texas, but how is 2 San Antonio? Like, if you could give so far your experience 3 words, what would it be?
Oh, the brotherhood and like just how nice everybody is to like everyone around here. It's been amazing, and to me and my wife.
The world famous, or at least the PS.com famous, Dan Potter made the trip to Texas to ump on the main field at the Texas Showdown.
The love of the game. I love the game. I played baseball since I was 5 years old. As I got older, I went to softball, slow pitch, and the love of the game. Love it. Wouldn't want to do anything else.
As a tournament director, it gave me great confidence that our main field would have the experience and expertise Dan provides to oversee the final games of the Texas Showdown.
What keeps you coming back year after year?
Sitting right here, the camaraderie. It's all about the camaraderie. And the friendships you build, you don't break them. You may make somebody mad one time, but you don't lose the friendship over it. And everybody comes back to where we're at right now.
All right, hey, well, good luck.
As the excitement and buzz was getting kicked into high gear, we received heartbreaking news that at 3:30 p.m., 2 of our San Antonio Police Department officers were involved in a shooting in which both officers were shot and both were in critical condition.
As close and personal as I can make this for you, imagine one of your relatives shot and killed on the street for apparently no reason.
Officer Miguel Moreno and Officer Julio Cavazos were on patrol near San Antonio.
I want to let you guys know that we arrived at 3 o'clock today here to set up, and at 3:30 this afternoon we had 2 of our officers that work Central Patrol B shift. They were shot, and one of them is not expected to live. The second one is in a critical condition. And so the reason we got to mention those guys, I want to take a moment of silence to think about them and to all of those who are not able to be with us here today. They paid that ultimate price. During the team mixer, we had great presentations from SA Law Charter member and retired SAPD Captain Chris Anderson on the SA Law team culture and why police softball is such an important aspect of our thin blue line camaraderie.
Trudy said, and the camaraderie is what this is all about, and I won't take long, but I want to tell you that it's rarefied air for me to be in here with the type of individuals I've talked to today and looked at in this crowd. And when I say that, you notice I didn't say the type of ball players. I said the type of individuals. The family men, the gentlemen, the type of people that you are. You represent exactly what our coach 30 years ago April, when the San Antonio Laws started. I was a charter member of it. We didn't have a guy weighed 180 pounds on that team. We went up there playing against all the big boys, and we had to learn the hard way that there were a lot more to winning games and being good teams than just hitting home runs over the fence. We had to learn to play defense. We had to learn to run fast. We had to learn to hit behind runners. We had to learn how to advance runners. People take a walk instead of improving their batting average. It's how the law was built. It was built on Valentin Lopez's theory that it was more important to be a good teammate, engage in teamwork, than it was to be an individual. And everybody we recruited had to be homegrown. Had to all be San Antonio police officers. Had to all be family men, because family was extremely important to us. Where is that baby? I've seen it. There's one back there. Brings back a lot of memory. My youngest son is 30 years old now. He was born into this. Brings back a lot of great memories. But all that being said, what Val wanted was something that transcended competitive softball. He wanted something that would lead into our personal lives, our professional lives, and make us all better people. And that's exactly what he did through his hard work. And we won an awful lot of games. I believe it was 1995 or 6. We never lost a game. We won every tournament we played in. We won the Texas Police Olympics. We won the International Police Olympics with a bunch of little bitty guys with big hearts. And as I look around this room, it's a pleasure, it's an honor, a privilege to be in the air that I'm breathing with you guys, because we would never have dreamed that it would go this far, but it's obvious that it has. And I want to tell you that Val Lopez, our original coach, was shot 3 times in the chest, point blank, in 1976. He survived the gunshot wounds, but the blood disease he got from the lead eventually killed him 28 years later. But if he were here today, ladies and gentlemen, he'd be so proud of what police softball has evolved into. And all of that is because of the quality of the people in this room. Take good care of yourselves, take good care of your families, have fun, and thank you very much for what you brought Val Lopez's dream to be in Texas. Thank you for being here.
So, like in the spirit of our team, I believe that what we do off the field is just as important as what we do on the field. So I'm very proud to announce that our team has developed a non-for-profit charity called Shields for Kids. We provide 1011 for kids in need. 1011 is police radio code here in San Antonio for I need help, I need backup. And that's what our organization does for these children in need. So feel good about purchasing a raffle ticket. Feel good about buying the food and all, because that's what you're going to be supporting. And tomorrow at our opening ceremonies, we're going to have a really special presentation that'll show where your money went to today. So a part of it. So thank you for that Shields for Kids effort and donation that y'all are going to make to it.
The founders of PoliceSoftball.com, Jeff Blair and Del Pickney, were on hand to check out the mixer and to report on the tournament play.
I wish you were flying the wall listening to some of these other people I've been talking to. The way that they talk about the way that they can escape from their day-to-day in whichever law enforcement department that they're in. And the big word here is camaraderie, of course, but a lot of it is because of what you all have created. And so knowing that, I mean, how do you even take that in?
So we never envisioned this at all. So the whole thing started was Del and I were 2 patrol police officers 15 years ago on graveyard shift, and the only thing around at the time was the Police and Fire Olympics, and we said, hey, listen, the internet was brand new. There was no internet, and it was like AOL just came out where you'd log in and hear the modem connecting. He said, hey, I want to start a website. I'm like, what do you mean a website?
What's a website?
Let's start a website where people can post what their tournaments are up, so we can figure out when the police tournaments are. Mm-hmm. So in 2004, the end of 2004, we started a website, PoliceSoftball.com, and we created this message board. And then I went on different softball message boards around the country and spammed them and said, hey, if you're a police officer, check out this website. And we grew so much interest so quick, we said, hey, let's create a World Series and bring teams from all over the nation together in Palm Springs, California for a tournament. And we did that from 2005 to 2009, and then we outgrew the facility because there's only 5 fields there. There's not a big airport there, and there's not a whole lot of hotels. So then we moved to Las Vegas in 2010, and we've been there since 2010. But the question, yeah, we never envisioned this. We thought it was just a way to advertise tournaments.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's gotten very, very big. But with that, I feel like I have a lot of questions for you. I know we don't have that much time, but it's already so big. Where do you anticipate policesoftball.com, all of the tournaments that, you know, all the teams come together, of course, in Las Vegas every October, but where do you see this in 10 years from now?
So that's a challenge because like guys like Dell and I that started this were dinosaurs, and the fact that Dell's retiring, I'm in late 40s, I don't play anymore. The question is, where is the next wave of leaders going to come from? Because if you think about it, the new cops are getting hired, these young 22, 23, 24-year-old guys, they don't grow up playing baseball anymore. They grow up playing Xbox, and they play video games, and they're into skateboarding, and they're not into team sports.
Mm-hmm.
So the sport as a whole, I'm concerned about the fact that there's just, the American pastime baseball maybe is not as popular as it used to be, whereas individual sports are. So I think we're still going to be around, but I think it's going to be a challenge. I really think that you need people like Trini and these younger guys to step up into leadership roles and to run these teams, organize teams, to travel, to get sponsors and whatnot, run tournaments. So it'll be a challenge. The biggest challenge is going to be to find the next wave of leaders.
Oh, why did you pick San Antonio this year as your destination?
We like Trini. We think Trini, like I said, the sport is challenged to find leaders of the future. I think he's one of them. So we said, let's go support this guy because he's been so supportive to us. He seems very well organized, and more importantly, he seems very passionate.
Oh, yeah.
So we said, let's go support Trini's tournament. So we said, that's the one we're going to go to. So we're flying here, and we're here for 2 nights. We're going to watch as much softball as we can and hang out with the guys. And San Antonio it is. I will say that I have never known a better street cop than Dell. He's retiring here. He's got 3 working days left. Sorry about that. He's got 3 working days left. He chose this last weekend to come here to San Antonio, and then he's going to go back to work and work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then he's retired. So he's a guy. He's a former. Are you recording this?
Yeah.
Okay, the whole thing about the girl, we're going to make sure that. He's one of the few guys, I'm a lieutenant, he never wanted to promote or anything like that. Boots on the ground leader. If you were to take a poll at our agency right now who the best leader in the agency is, it's not a guy who's got anything on his collar, it's not brass or anything, it's Dell because he...
It was an honor to celebrate Dell's 29-year career in law enforcement at the Mixer. And after Jeff's speech, there was a unique presentation for Dell, honoring his great achievements and successes over his law enforcement career. So we decided to congratulate him Texas style. A representative from each team was asked to join myself and Eric Garza, my bracket, ump, and right-hand man for the tournament, at the Biotex table to randomly draw for their team's placement in the round-robin pool play. Pool 1 found Laredo Guns, Battleborn, North Florida Showdown, and Blue Line Strong facing each other. Pool 2 included the Night Shift, LA Lawmen, and New York Hounds. Pool 3 found SA Law, Team Texas, Missouri Lawmen, and Suffolk County competing against each other. Pool 4 found SimCal Connection, Mid-Atlantic Lawmen, and Stanislaus battling it out. Once the pool play was decided, many stayed afterwards to enjoy music, drinks, and camaraderie. The next morning found us at the fields at 6:15 a.m. and although it was hot and humid, after the setup it was all worth it.
You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through.
All right, working on 2 hours of sleep. Had a great mixer last night, had a lot of great feedback.
Break on through to the other side, yeah. We chased our pleasures here, dug our treasures there. But can you still recall time?
When players arrived, they were treated to the San Antonio Police Officers Association event barbecue pit, with the smell of hamburgers, sausage wraps, and other food items getting prepared for the next 2 days to come. Softball equipment vendors, health supplement vendors, whiskey vendors, real estate vendors, a satellite TV tailgate trailer, adult beverages, face painting, raffle items, music, and more were on hand for entertainment.
I found an island in your arms, country in your eyes. Let's go, boys, on 3 now. 1, 2, 3, Bring on through to the other side. Bring on through to the other side. Bring on through.
Real excited. This is one of my favorite parts, if not the favorite part of the tournament. So.
And once everyone got their first game in, the opening ceremonies took place. The presentation of the colors by the All-American Bernie VFW Post 688, accompanied by the San Antonio Pipes and Drums, were a great way to pay homage to all our fallen officers. Similar to the day before and just before the presentation of the colors, I found out that SAPD officer Miguel Moreno had passed due to his injuries, which made the playing of Amazing Grace on the bagpipes and drums a very emotional moment for all who were present. SA Law made its official announcement of its new 501c3 charity called Shields for Kids. Shields for Kids was founded this year by members of the San Antonio Law softball team. Shields for Kids' slogan is providing 1011 for children in need. In San Antonio, 1011 is police radio code for I need help or I need backup, which is what the Shields for Kids organization provides for kids in need. After the announcement, Shields for Kids presented its first donation, consisting of game shirts, to each of the kids of the Best Friends team of Special Olympics Texas, who were on the field.
Okay, now we're talking to somebody very special. In fact, this is Coach Shirley, and I hear you're the head coach of the team Best Friends. So tell us more about the team.
Well, I've been coaching Special Olympics now for 49 years, and we had our school team before, and then when I retired, we started Best Friends. Okay. And our team has over 300 and some people in it, because I refuse to say no to anybody. Any athlete wants to be in it, they're welcome. I don't care what their ability level is. We'll find a place.
Oh, well, you know what? That's a large, large team, but I say the more the merrier, right?
That's right.
It was truly a special moment for our SA Law team and all who were in attendance. As a member of the Best Friends team, my son Trip, and their team coach addressed players and their families.
The team's name Best Friends, because as I tell the athletes, you're the best and we're all good friends. And that's our motto. And I want to thank all our law enforcement officers for providing these athletes with shirts. Most of these adult athletes live in group homes. They have no family or anybody to help them with. And they're very grateful for what you're doing for them. And I myself and my coaches out here with them. You can look at me. A week ago today, I was on the operating table getting a total knee. But I wouldn't miss this for anything. The doctor says, you're crazy going out there. But I wouldn't miss it because we are so grateful for what you folks have done. You should see his son run in the state games. He ran a 1,500 meter and won the gold.
I just want to thank all you officers from traveling from like New York and California to come down here and just support our team and our event. I mean, you've probably never heard of us, but you're so passionate about what you do and you want to provide for the world that you come down here from like buying food or buying raffle tickets and you're donating to our team. And that's like a very special thing for all of us because, I don't know, I guess it's just like an experience that you have to be a part of, but it's really special. Thank you. And I want to thank all the officers here and all their families too, because they had to ask their wives, they wanted to come down here, they all had to make plans to their teams. It's just difficult and money, but overall I just want to thank all the officers for helping support this charity.
After the opening ceremonies, the Home Run Derby got underway, and man, was it a display of some power hitting.
Oh yeah, we might hit 8 out of 10 here. We're going for 8 out of 10. We're going to put the pressure on the other two guys.
A little bit. How you feeling right now?
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah? Nice and warm?
Nice and warm.
Jake, the snake, somebody else told me, from SunCal, California. No, SunCal Connection. From California, yeah. Wait, why did you laugh when I called him that? Is it team name only?
It's a California thing, Jake the Snake.
It's Jake today here in Texas. So, what's your plan of approach here?
Just try to look at good pitches and swing smooth, and hopefully things work out.
Well, the word is that the pitcher is super important, if not as important as hitting the ball. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. We win. It's his fault.
I mean, his credit though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, has a lot to do with the pitching, doesn't it?
It does.
Hey, I've been around 35 years. I can throw some strikes.
That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
All right,
glad
man.
to be able to do it for the charity and all the money that we can raise for them.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Shows for Kids, man. We really appreciate your donation, and man, I'm wishing you luck, brother.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Good luck to you, bro.
All right, what about you? Your approach of hitting the ball?
Swing hard and make contact.
What if you hit one of
There
those
it
cars
is.
out
That's
there?
it. It's gone.
I don't know. It wasn't me.
So you buy him a beer.
Exactly.
But the granddaddy of them all was Joe Monahan of the Missouri Lawmen. I'll tell you what, Joe has been on fire today. So he came out the Home Run Derby with an impressive 4 home runs in just 5 pitches, solidifying him as a 2017 PS.com Southern Regional Texas Showdown Home Run Derby champion. The round-robin play continued with a great play of the night shift, Battleborn, and Suffolk County on display with 2-0 performances. SA Law held their own in a Pool 3 matchup with the eventual runner-ups of the tournament, Suffolk County, losing a close one 13-12. In Pool 4, SunCal Connection and Mid-Atlantic Lawmen had the only tie in pool play with a 16-16 lockup. Another Pool 4 close one was the 20-18 score of Mid-Atlantic versus Stanislaus game, with Mid-Atlantic coming out on top. Over the course of the double elimination, we saw some great teams battling back and forth with some outstanding plays and a clinic on how to hit when your home runs are all used up. Notable performances included the unranked but tough Laredo Guns. The Laredo Guns have not been to the World Series yet as a team, but we fully expect them to participate in the near future, if not this coming year.
guys are extra competitive today because today it counts. So I had a chance to talk to some of them earlier, and they said something that really makes this tournament stand out is, well, our vendors. So we're going to get to talk to them now on why they're out here in this good Texas heat, but of course you're here for a good cause and you want to be here. This is Becky Villasenor. She's a loan officer, and Elliot Valdez, our realtor. Now this is the second day that you guys have been out here. One, why are you out here, and what do you do?
Okay, I'm a loan officer with CLM Mortgage, and I am out here because it's a great cause. It's a great reason to be out here. I love supporting not only SA Law, but what they're doing out here for Shields for Kids. It's just a wonderful opportunity to be out here.
Well, we're happy to have you. Elliot, I'm going to come over to you also.
Same thing. I'm a San Antonio police officer and a real estate agent.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For San Antonio's Finest Realty, and we just like to give back to the program also. Shields for Kids is a great program, and SA Law is, we like to support them as much as we can.
Of course, yeah. Well, a lot of support here. One, we have an officer, and this is, you're also, I say, side gig, huh?
Yes, sidekick. This is my preferred lender. She really helps us out, and she gives good deals for law enforcement and first responders. So that's kind of why we're here. I mean, it's a law enforcement softball tournament that they're having, and it's just a great place for us to be.
So you're kind of giving some information, maybe some guidance also. It's also nice, you know, when one police officer gets some information on something that can be kind of, you know, in some cases overwhelming when it comes to finding your new home. But also talk to me about Zero for Heroes. This is something you're also spreading the message about.
Sure, this is a program that we're currently offering right now. So on any kind of police, firefighter, active military, and teachers, first responders essentially, we're offering zero lender origination fees. So it's a great discount. It's really for a way to give back to anybody in the state of Texas in our community for their service and thanking them.
That is actually going to be my next question. If anybody's watching this who maybe doesn't live here in San Antonio, but they do live in the state of Texas, this is something they can take advantage of.
Absolutely, I can help anybody as long as they're in Texas.
Wonderful. All right, guys, stay cool, stay hydrated, and thank you so much for being here. We do support. Appreciate all of your support. We're going to continue moving down. Bye, guys. How many police officers, or should I say softball players, have come by to try your whiskey today?
I would say probably around at least 40. And they all love it.
And they all left smiling.
Yes, they did. If you want to try it straight up to get the taste of it, on the rocks with a little bit of water.
Let's do it.
Okay, all right.
Straight up, that's how we do things here in Texas, right? Now, where are you from, sir?
I'm actually I live here in San Antonio. I'm originally from Guadalajara, Mexico.
Wow, that's a long ways away.
Yes, it is.
All right, so just like take it back?
Yes,
like a shot?
Sip it, get a little bit of flavor with it, see what you think. Get that corn, what do you think? You gotta take the second sip. The second sip is the smoothest one. First one, you gotta get your taste buds to open up a little bit. The second one, you actually enjoy the flavors. It tastes really well.
Man, good call, the second sip.
Yeah, the second sip is always important in liquor.
The first one's like jumping in ice cold water.
First one's always kind of a little bit harder, and it's kind of like has to do with your pH balance in your mouth. And then once you take the second sip, it kind of evens things out, and you actually get a good taste of everything.
I like it. Well, I'm not sipping. I'm like gulping over here. I hope that's all right.
Okay, it's good.
This is good. I should probably slow down. Forget why we're here. What was your name again?
Steven.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. All right, boss. Keep us here because I'm going to finish it, but I don't think I should do it right now because I'm going to start going like this. Huh? Cool. All right, Steven. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. So from one drink to another, I don't think this one's going to make me go, woo, but it might make me work a little harder. This is also Steven from Myofuel.
Correct.
All accurate. All right, boss. So I just had some whiskey. What are you going to feed me now? But before you get to that, why are you here?
We are here to support all the PD that are here, and just to be able to offer such a sound nutrition as Myofuel. So there's one thing of having water or Gatorade or something, and then not having any full muscle storage because there's nothing fueling it.
Can I try it?
Absolutely. Sure.
All right. So now is this something you'd maybe recommend before? Oh, I can go to this side here.
You got it right here.
That I can try like even if I work out, should I do it before I work out?
Just every day, like it's on workouts.
Thank you.
But it's on for workout days, but if you're doing something like outside and you just want the hydration, this is going to be able to fulfill that.
Thanks, Steven.
Thank you.
That's yummy. I'm going to have to come back and get some more.
Sounds good.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Fuel up. Oh, look at this. He already has customers. Go buy some, go buy some. And then you can buy whiskey afterward, and then you can buy a home. You can get that all here at the Texas Showdown because we have great vendors. Ronnie.
During the double elimination bracket play, the beautiful and energetic Alana Sarabia led the drawing and announcements of the raffle prizes. Although there were tons of great prizes drawn for, the top three were handguns. Colby Brooks of Mid-Atlantic Lawmen won a Smith & Wesson Shield 9mm. Frank Terrones of Battleborn won the second Smith & Wesson Shield. And Bobby McGee of the Ohio Lawmen won the Taurus Slim 9mm. Congratulations to all the raffle item winners, and thank you for supporting Shields for Kids.
So earlier in the raffle, there was one name that I said twice, and that is Colby Brooks. What a coincidence, you're talking to me now.
I'm kidding. It's not a coincidence at all. We called you over, man. And so, tell us what you won. Two different things.
Two different things. I won a Smith & Wesson 9mm, the Shield, and I also won a Arctic tumbler.
Oh, I almost caught it in my mouth. Introduce your friend over here.
This is Wayne throwing the Cracker Jacks.
Wait, we got to put you on since you're giving us
come
hard
on,
time.
Wayne, get in here. You're trying to work for it.
All right, man, that's a big deal. There was a big crowd because we were giving away 3 different handguns. Today, you won one of them. And so you must have like put in like $100 worth of raffles or something.
Did not. I only bought 2 tickets, $20 worth.
That's it. Both of those won.
2 for 2. It was
Which
good.
one are you more excited about?
So definitely the gun.
I know. I just wanted to hear you say that. That's all.
Yeah,
you having a good time this weekend?
Absolutely. It's a blast down here.
How'd your team do?
We got 5th, so not so good, but...
Yay, 5th place! Your team is having a time.
Yeah. They're going to have a good time later, too. Blow off some steam.
I think you should try and catch some in your mouth.
I will.
Try again.
Right,
open. Did you get one?
Terrible throws.
Man.
Still got some
You see that? We're having a good time. 5th place, you won a handgun.
I did. It's
you
a good
got
day.
some cold water and popcorn.
I thought it was beer, but
can't-
that's better.
Yeah.
Water's better.
That's just sweat.
That might be me.
Towards the end of the double elimination bracket, Suffolk County found themselves battling the night shift in the losers bracket, while New York Hounds faced Battleborn in the undefeated battle.
Yeah, John, let's stay high.
One, two. You got the New York Hounds.
Got New York Hounds.
All right,
So
New
you
York
got
Hounds.
West Coast, East Coast, battle it out and see where it plays out.
Yeah. So what do you feel about the competition here so far, man? How about the games?
Games are close. There's not come yesterday after round robin was done. The blowout stopped. Games started getting back to being close. You got people walking teams off, and so it's like we did to Butch Crozier. Walk them off in the bottom half.
A protest ensued concerning a possible ineligible player for the New York Hounds. After about 15 minutes of a thorough effort to confirm or disprove the allegation, it was determined that the player could not prove his eligibility and therefore would be removed from the game. Both coaches, along with Dan Potter and myself, met to discuss the findings. It was explained that the New York Hounds could continue the game, but Coach Jimmy Walters offered to voluntarily forfeit the game against Battleborn, realizing that the inability of his player to confirm his eligibility would have a negative effect on his position as a coach and on his team for that game. Ron Peeler accepted Jimmy's offer and the game was stopped, with Battleborn getting the win, sending New York to face Suffolk County in the losers bracket. Suffolk County defeated New York to set up the championship game against Battleborn. These two teams played as if it was the first game of the tournament. This final game was filled with hard hits and outstanding defensive plays on both sides. But in the end, Battleborn caught fire and sealed the championship with a 41-28 win. Great sportsmanship was displayed by all teams, and the ultimate goal of sharing camaraderie and fellowship amongst our fellow brothers and sisters while playing the game we all love was accomplished.
Crazy. So anyway, what are your feelings about going up against Battleborn in the championship?
Oh, that was brutal. I would have picked anybody else today.
got to hand it to them though. They could hit, they kept hitting, and they didn't stop. Yeah, it was a great game.
I've heard nothing but great things. I'll tell you what, somebody posted something about these guys are workhorses.
We're working. We have a lot of young guys and a couple of veterans, and the young guys are making strides. And you know, to be in the finals with a team like Battle Born, that's a great thing.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, the competition was unbelievable here. You guys showed up. I know that I'm looking forward to watching some games in Vegas with you guys, man. It's going to be awesome.
We will be there.
Champions 2017 Texas Showdown, PS.com Southern Regional Champions, man. Great job, son. Hot. Same question. I mean, how do you feel about your team and where you're at? I mean, you're the talk of the town when it comes to the PS.com circuit. You know?
Right now, where we're at, with not throwing nothing out there, with missing bodies, I'm missing Ray Stiber, missing Buddy Lundy, I'm missing Shad Rollo.
Yeah.
For these guys to dig deep as they did, with one person sitting on the bench, I had one that had to fly out at 8 o'clock. They dug. Suffolk would not go away. No matter what we did, we couldn't put them away in the championship game. If game, it was a battle. Both teams had home runs. And then you saw it get down to, okay, who's going to hit gaps and run? Suffolk County, all props in the world. 6 games in a row, all props in the world. 6 games in a row. They pick up Butch Crozier for the rest of the year. They're going to be something to talk about in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
They're going to be something to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I really appreciate you coming down. And like I said, man, when I saw you guys signed up, and along with these other teams that are signed up, I was really excited for our team. So I'm very, very happy that we had you here. As an honor, and congratulations, man. All right.
Hey, and you're on the calendar for next year already.
Yes, sir.
You guys, I'm sorry to hear about your brother that you guys lost. You guys are in our prayers.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Defensive MVP. Whole attitude.
It was our honor as SA Law to be able to host this tournament and to have every one of you here in Texas. By no means am I a director like the Del Pickneys, the Jeff Blairs, even the Terry Dugans of the circuit. But what I do know is that one of the best things for me is to be complimented by my peers, especially within the profession that I work. But in this tournament, one of the neatest things was having the compliments coming from wives and family members on how great the tournament was.
Brought so much heart about kids. Like we should be a family unit, and all the police officers that are being killed around the world right now for no reason, for putting their lives out there. This brought family unity, and it makes them more powerful to be police officers and do their great job. And that's all. I just love them all. It's just 25 years of doing this, best tournament I've ever been to. Best tournament, hands down.
We are looking forward to putting on an even better tournament come 2018. Lastly, but most importantly, please keep in your thoughts and prayers the families of Miguel Moreno and Julio Cavazos. Every one of you holding the thin blue line have my deepest gratitude and respect for what you do day in and day out. I am extremely proud to be a part of this calling and to have you as my brothers and sisters. Here are the final standings of the 2017 PS.com Southern Regional Championship, the Texas Showdown.